How big is the spring for a guy like Dante Booker, who will get more reps with Joshua Perry getting two?
It's big. It's a big for a lot of guys. And there's a lot of guys in that unit room. This is a real big strength. You got guys like you guys, Nick Kern, you got guys like Craig Faden. All these guys, we have to build what we've had in the past. We've got to build a unit of 7, 8 people that we legitimately can put out there at any given time. And you can't do that with just the same guys in there the whole time and not putting pressure and things on the guys below them to make sure they can move up.
What's Kyle Berger's situation?
He's still hurt, so we're going to take it slow.
Do you see more energy with the morning practice? Talking to a couple of the guys, they like the morning practice. They don't have to go through class all day to get to practice. Do you see more energy or anything different this year?
I think so. I mean, again, these guys are different. They're so used to getting up and doing their workouts and things early in the morning. To be able to do this, I mean, obviously, I think it was a little bit different through the winter. But the reality is, I think to come out here and to get practice going, be the first thing of your day, you do see it. You see a little bit more energy. I'll be curious to see how it lasts and goes through spring. But I know from the get-go, I think these guys really, that's kind of what they're accustomed to.
Coaches talked about hand placement, fundamentals, and all these other things. How much of this spring is about changing the scheme and all that, as opposed to fundamentals? And I don't know, just what kind of balance do you have in regard to that?
There's the key. It's balance. And spring is really ultimately always about building fundamentals. We all know enough football. It's key for us to make sure we can build upon the things that we've had, but have that foundation. The foundation starts with our fundamentals, the hand placement, the culture of our program, the effort that we give. Those are the things we're going to continue to build upon. The scheme is obviously secondary, and I think that we'll just continue to do what we do and build upon that.
Were you more excited about football national championship or the wrestling national?
I'm excited for both. Obviously, this one hits home a little bit more, has a little bit more impact at the home, but I can tell you that it was a nice time to have spring break, to be able to sit there and watch those guys and know what kind of hard work that they went through and everything that they've done. To see the very first one at Ohio State University is unbelievable. But I can say it runs a close second, and knowing how proud that a lot of people are, but it's near and dear to my heart.
I mean, there's a wrestler still in there.
Oh, I would say I'm a wrestler first.
Right?
Just like you talk to Coach Combs, he says he's a high school football coach. I'm a wrestler. My kids know that. They might not do it, but they know that my heart is that's where it started, and I have a lot to it. And there's a lot to be said. We made linebackers. We all went and watched them wrestle the Minnesota match.
Oh, really?
We all went, and my family and all those guys. So you got to see what these guys do, and we learn from everybody.
Can you talk about the linebackers? And there are a lot of young guys in there, but they came through last year. How much more do you want them to grow and the strength of this unit?
They're going to continue to grow. That's the thing we can never stop doing. And, every year is a little bit different. And we talk about creating some discomfort, creating that competition, and that's the thing we've got to continue to do. And there's no set spots. I know Joshua Perry's played a lot of football. Darren Lee's played a lot of football. But for us to be able to be better and to push one another, we got to move guys around, make sure guys are never really in that comfortable position, because they know there's always somebody there, there's always somebody pushing. That's what really, when you got a great unit, that's what it comes down to. It's not all the unique coaching and different things that you do. It's the competition those guys can create on a daily basis to make them better.
You guys obviously down the stretch last year played some great defense, and Coach Meyer was saying he thought the last 2 games was the kind of defense you guys are going to play here. Can you be better this year? Maybe because if you were tweaking some things early last year, you're past that, and everybody knows everything. Or?
Yeah, no, it comes down. We always talk about you got to play your best ball at the end of the year, and you can do that when you have consistency and when you have leadership and it develops. And guys care about one another. We can't lose sight of that. We're going to continue to build upon what we've got. We've got a different team. We're going to have a different unit, different 4 units on defense. We're going to have a different group, and they know what they're doing different than what those guys did before. But it still comes down to how well they bond together, how well they trust and believe in all the things that we're telling them and what they're doing. And most importantly, they got to play together. We can be a lot better. We will be a lot better. But it's going to come down to the base fundamental stuff that we do and the love and care those guys have for one another.